Hey NYC, this is Clark with NYC Pigeon Air Conditioner. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Window air conditioner removal and storage. So this is a serious issue that affects us all. So here's some pointers for this upcoming fall and winter. We do offer removal and reinstallation services, so I wanted to point out the benefits of having your window AC removed and why you may not want to have it removed. So, as you know, air conditioners are not really designed for colder winters or frigid, weather. They're seasonal devices. Now, that being said, they're seasonal devices, and you leaving your unit off for several months could contribute to degradation of services or just the wear and tear on the unit. So definitely keep that in mind. Why should you keep it in during the winter? Many New Yorkers, if you live in a pre-war building, and many of us do in New York, and this is regardless of financial status, you're, Upper West Side, Upper East Side, Chinatown, Harlem, Astoria, Bedford-Stuyvesant. You may live in a pre-war building and you may not control your heat. You have a furnace. This is the majority of apartment buildings in New York City. The majority of apartment buildings in New York City, and quite often it gets so warm and during the winter months that some people actually enjoy having their AC on during when it gets very hot. They have to, because it gets too hot. And so one of the benefits of actually doing that is that the air conditioner will actually run occasionally, and it's not just sitting static in your window and not running and being exposed to wear and tear. So there are trade-offs. If you're not sure about your building, definitely ask your neighbors. But one of the main reasons that you would want to take your air conditioner out the window is that for heating, a closed window with an air conditioner inside of it is never going to be the equivalent of a fully closed window. So if you have an AC in a window, there's always going to be a mild draft because of the design. Doesn't matter what kind of air conditioner you have, there's always going to be some kind of mild draft that comes through. So where do you store them? Now here's the thing. Years ago, I have to say probably before early 2000s, storing air conditioners was a big thing in New York City, and I'll explain why. Because they were so huge over almost 20 years ago, right? They were huge, and the thought of so you had a lot of air conditioner companies that would physically store the older air conditioners, even if they were like 10,000 BTUs, they were like half the size of your refrigerator. So it made sense to have a company store it for you for a minimum price, and then you get your cooling system back in the summer or spring. Now, as the ACs have gotten much smaller, we recommend that people just either keep them in your building storage or the bottom of your closet. I have some people who just they just put it at the bottom of the closet and put their items, their shoes or whatever is on top of the unit, as long as it's secured properly and it's for the winter. So there's that option. Now for reinstallation in the spring, we offer our prices for removal and reinstallation are depending on the size of the unit in BTUs. Typically, if your unit is 8,000 BTUs and less, not a Medea. We have a separate video for Medeas, but Anything that's 8,000 BTUs and less will usually be about $75 per window for removal. If you have multiple units, we can give you a discount. So if you have like 8,000 or 5,000 BTUs, we'll give you a discount for removal. But next spring, as long as you reinstall by mid-April, we will offer a reinstallation price for the same amount that you paid for removal, and then you can pay $50 extra per unit for cleaning. And this is a cleaning of the back of the unit, the part that faces the street. So we can discuss all of this with you, and again, if you have multiple units, we can give you a discount on cleaning them. But that is a base. Usually units that are about 10 to 14,000 BTUs are going to be about $100 for removal, and the same price for reinstallation next spring. So these are discount prices. Again, if you have multiple units, 3 or 4 ACs, we can work with you and give you a good price for an entire project. Okay, so again, this is Clark with NYC Pigeon Air Conditioner. Feel free to visit our website, check out our reviews, nycpigeonac.com, and let us know if we can help you. You can also call and text 347-719-1499. Thank you, New York. Look forward to working with you.